About 40 points different. So, yeah, it should, on paper, it's a real close match. And Butch Barber won the first game against Daniel Joe Baker. Trick just won another game against Joe. That score is now 4-1.
Thanking Jason Weir and Lux Electric Cars at luxelectriccar.com. This is Daniel Busch. I'm sitting here with Stacy Allsup, and we just started this match here between Tim KOVACS and Chad Bernard. This is the last match of the evening.
Tim broke dry, and now we're going to see Chad see if he can convert this to a win. This is when the room starts clearing out and it's not as crowded.
Goodness gracious, now everyone's going to send me photos of Keith McCready.
Andy? Andy is a library of pool photos.
Yeah, I know, but seriously.
You can mention any player and he will.
Like, give me time to produce the show.
He
like,
will
send it to me like
picture.
a week or two prior, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you, Andy. I'm going to do this one and then. But yeah, Keith did. He did play the Andy.
That's what he was saying. Is that he played 99, right?
Yeah, 1999. I wonder how I did that year. Yeah, the Baltimore Bullet indeed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the 70s is a little too, because he was much younger in the 90s. Gosh, he's probably only about 7 years older than I am.
Let's see. Let's ask Google.
Now it's trivia time.
Yeah. He is 61. Born in 57.
He's 11 years older than I am. 12 years. Well,
makes you feel a little younger than you thought you were.
Yeah, I guess I'm younger than I thought. Woo!
And on the other side of the room, Joe's bringing out his jump cue against Trick. And Lance and Josh are still hill. This is a very long last game they're playing over here with 3 balls left.
Nice bank there from Tim KOVACS. Very smooth. Guess he's not afraid to shoot those banks.
And from what I've heard, he's been working on his game, too. A lot of the B players.
Yeah.
They're all getting better, and I'm getting worse.
Yeah, well, you don't play much anymore these days, do you?
Nope. No, it's more work. I haven't really gotten the passion for it since I had the back surgery.
Sure.
So I made myself a rule that I would only play pool with rules that I like and people that I like.
That's funny. That's funny.
it makes it so that it's always enjoyable. I think the only singles events I've played since 2016 have been 8-ball.
I see.
And then I'll play fun like scotch doubles or 3-man team chip tournaments, just stuff to just drink and have fun and not really compete and have fun.
Well, that's the great thing about pool is, it's a highly competitive sport, but it's also, it's a leisure activity.
The good thing about commentating is you never miss a ball from over here.
Yeah, that's true.
And I still love the game and the community is like my family. I've been around them since I was 19. I've really grown up, in the community. So it's always nice to come when there's events, and living in Vegas makes it easy because everybody comes to you. That's no good.
Lordy, Lord.
Yeah. And he'll give that to Chad, and that'll be Chad's break, and he'll be down 1-0 after a shot on that 9-ball.
Chad played Shane Van Boning today, and he asked me, I'd never met him. He asked me if, when are the matches going to YouTube? And, he wants to see himself play Shane,
Give it a couple of weeks.
Are you streaming all the tables? Yeah, give it a couple weeks. But another thing is sometimes you'll go and you'll play someone like Shane. You play so bad, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to watch that match.
Yeah. I did go back and watch my match because you had a match with me against him.
Yeah.
When I still had the mohawk, I had the black and blonde mohawk.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
I went back and watched that match, and I wasn't disappointed. I mean, there were shots that I could have played better, but,
Yeah.
That's always the case. When you don't do it for a living, you can't fault yourself when you don't make a living doing it.
No. Just enjoy yourself and try to learn, like when I got to play Efren Reyes the few times I did, and Francisco Bustamante. I mean,
it's more about the experience.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
It's like when you don't win the Oscar, it was just a pleasure to be nominated.
Yeah, my
just
game
to get
actually
to participate.
It actually prompted my game to jump a little bit. My one pocket game.
Yeah.
But I think I was already on a learning curve anyway
Yep.
that I was about to. So I can't totally give credit to that, but because I really tried to get into that match, I learned a lot playing Efren.
And that was one of the things when I was coming up in pool, there wasn't as many. I mean, Fargo obviously wasn't even invented yet, and there was a lot less handicap tournaments. And I played events where I would say, don't put me in as a 5, put me in as an 8. I'd rather play harder to win. And I would play even players like Freddie Boggs and Trick and 10. I'd play anybody for $20 or $30 even just to try to make my game better. And I liked playing without the handicap because
I still believe in that.
You're going to get better. You're never going to get better winning without having to actually win the game.
I still totally believe in that. I think it's important to play, not always play at your level, and also not try to get the world from those people that you're playing. You have to learn where you stand if you want to get better. You have to learn. The only way you're going to experience that is by, getting drilled.
Yeah.
Or even getting into a good match with a good player.
One, I've never agreed with getting or giving balls because literally you're winning without completing the game. Getting the 7 or getting the 5 out or things like that. Yeah, it's good for winning the money, but I was always a player that wanted to improve, not just win money. I wanted to improve my skill, and I knew that getting a spot like that wasn't. I'd rather get a game spot than a ball spot because I still want to have to win the game. I don't feel like I'm learning anything if I'm not actually making all the balls. And Cody mentioned that I'd played in his 8-ball tournament. Yes, Cody. I just said the only singles events that I played have been 8-ball events, and yours was an 8-ball event. Because I love that game because nobody's going to beat me on luck. They have to make their 7 balls just like I have to make my 7 balls, and you don't normally. There's not a lot of luck in a game like that, so I appreciate that more.
Tim's really taken his time here, and the reason for this is that this is a difficult layout to negotiate. He's
also probably still reeling from that 9-ball he just missed too.
Yeah.
Maybe overthinking a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, if he's going to try to cut this in. Yeah, he's trying to play a 3-rail kick safety, and he's done well.
He got there, yeah.
He got there. He's
That's
done
good
very
safety.
well.
And Joey's won another game against Trick, so the score is now Trick 4, Joey 2. And we have Gary Lutman and Mike Hutchinson just now getting started. Butch Barba is up 2-0 over Daniel Joe Baker. Let's see what Chad does with this, kicking at this 2-ball. Looks like he's got to maybe have a 2-railer. But getting between the 9, 4, and 8 looks like it's going to be a little tough.
He's, I don't like this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He tied up the 5-7, though, so something good happened, even if it wasn't planned.
Well, this rack was kind of tied up from the get-go, too, wasn't it?
If I were Tim, I'd break that 5 out right now because you're going to have natural shape on the 3 to the 4. And it looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, you got to be careful to not hit the a lot of weird things can happen here. You could end up jacked up on one of those balls.
Yeah.
And you can hit the wrong side of the 5. That'd be terrible if that happened.
Yeah.
Didn't hit him at all.
Or not hit it at all and still end up with a tough shot.
Yeah.
And then just to give you an update, Lance Salazar did win that match against Schmitty, and that was a hill. He won that 6-5. And Gary Lutman won the first game against Mike, so the score is now 1-0 in that match.
That's one thing that's helped me greatly is playing 3-cushion billiards. Oh, no. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Well, he's still at the table.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have a lot to go on here. I mean, what do? You try to make this ball. There's an old saying, the first one to make the 4 loses.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
look at the 5 and the 7. First one to make the 4 loses. Yeah, 3-cushion billiards. That shot that Tim missed to
Oh, we got to fix the score. It's
to miss that breakout.
Chad's up 1-0.
Oh, I'm sorry. I transposed the names. I apologize, guys. I thought Tim won the first game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was John Mullinax.
I see. Thank you, John.
Oh, Cody. The reason why Cody was bringing up that 8-ball tournament is because that was one of the first big tournaments that I had ever played in where he ran it, and we decided to give him a hard time. He ran the players' meeting, and we just came up with lots of questions for him. We really wanted to hammer out all the possibilities of all the different rules that, So we gave him a hard time.
Right.
For sure. So he was just reminding us that he enjoyed us giving a hard time, didn't you, Cody?
Okay.
We made it enjoyable.
Cody's a fun guy.
He is.
He's a fun guy. I was on his team in the APA at the Golden Q about 4 years ago, and I got recruited, but I was at this skill level where I just didn't get to play any matches.
Yeah.
And it was my first experience playing APA, so I was just very kind of, this is no fun. I'm showing up every week. I'm paying. I forgot how much I paid every week.
$10 or so.
$11 something.
Yeah.
And I don't get to play. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then I was like, do I qualify for Vegas? No, we're sorry, you don't.
You haven't played. What did I pay for?
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I got hustled somehow. I mean, I know that wasn't Cody's intention, but
yeah.
But anyway.
I've never been a huge fan of leagues. Now that I'm kind of, I'm playing on a tap league. I'm subbing.
I don't mind
my
leagues.
roommate's
I don't
team.
mind leagues, but I just
First tap league I've played since 2015.
Not had time. Tap league I like is a good league.
It's one of the ones that I don't mind playing because
I like
at
the
least
ACS
if you win,
as well.
nationals aren't here.
Yep.
The nationals for everything are here, so at least with tap you get a paid trip somewhere else away from
Right.
Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Which is, nice.
Yeah.
You're stuck on a conference center the whole time, but at least you're away from
I think
Vegas.
that's an idea. Let's have our
Different
nationals
scenery.
in like Hawaii or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a novel idea.
That'd be nice, but I don't think anybody would be used to the humidity.
Well, I think it's more affordable if you base your company where you have the nationals.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
More affordable.
Yep.
So anyway, Tim, he missed this long shot and he's left. Isn't that what happened? What in the world? I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Oh, Cody said you were too high of a level to play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was on the team,
You're
but
too good.
I could only match up with a 3.
Yeah.
I was an 8.
Yeah.
And the 3 never showed up. She was
Yeah.
always like flaking out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope she's
so
not watching right now. I'm not going to say her name. She's all, but like literally, she's be like, "Oh, I'll be there tonight. I'll be there tonight." No show. No
Yeah.
show.
Oh, the days of handicaps.
Yeah.
And give you an
Anyway.
update. We have Trick up 4-3 over Joe. Butch has now extended his lead 3-0 over Daniel, and Mike and Gary are 1-1.
Tim misses
Uh-oh.
a 5-ball. I think he was
And
just
that was a
trying.
makeable ball.
Yeah, but I think he was thinking too much about the
The 6
3-rail shape.
Yeah.
Because
or
there's
the
a scratch
7,
there too.
Whatever ball's up there.
Oh my goodness.
And a scratch. Wow. Well, let's see if Tim can get out from here. This is a tester.
Who made the 4?
Yeah.
First one to make the 4 loses. Who made it?
I think
can't
it
even
was Tim,
remember.
actually.
It's been
I think,
3 innings.
I think it was Tim that made the 4.
Okay, well.
But this is a tester for him because Tim knows Chad.
Yeah.
This isn't, this is somebody that he feels comfortable with.
Yeah.
And some players play better against better players, and some players, when you're playing somebody that you're familiar with, you maybe don't step on the throat as hard as you would if it was somebody that you don't know. I know in tournaments I always enjoy playing somebody that I'd never heard of before. No expectations.
Well, Cody brings up a good point. Maybe fatigue is starting to set in.
Oh, yeah. People have been here all day.
But there is the old saying, you're only as good as your opponent.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens.
Yep.
That's why I like playing them champions. I
Yeah.
learned so much playing those champions.
Yeah. You learn how to
What in the
sit still,
world?
look pretty.
Look at this. Look at this, Stacy.
Wow. And that was a ball in hand, right?
Played a safety on himself.
Goodness.
What are you going to do? What do you do here? What do you do? Two-rail kick?
Yeah.
2 rails. I don't know.
Try to get
where
the
does
7 on either
where
side
does-
of the 9. Try to
yeah,
leave the
where
cue ball
does the
down
7
the table.
go? Maybe he hits the 9 and the 9 goes in the side. Who knows? 2 rails.
Yeah.
Hits it solid.
Oh,
I
if
think
he
he's going to
would've
be
hit
okay.
Yeah, Chad's going to have a bank. Tim's not happy with not converting that, though. I mean, when you have ball in hand and 5 balls, you really don't want to let your opponent back to the table.
No, sir. Mike Hutchison, Gary Lutman. It's 1-1. Gary's at the table shooting at the 3 ball. Butch Barba, he's looking downtown at the other side of the table, wondering what he's going to do. Playing Daniel Joe Baker. And the score is now 3-0. Butch Barba is up 3-0 on Daniel Joe Baker.
Yeah.
And then also
4-3 trick.
Trick 60 up 4-3. So Joe's making a fighting. He's fighting back.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he was down 3-0. So.
Yeah. Jeff Kirsting says in the chat room, if you surround yourself with the best, you will become the best.
100% agree.
I like that.
I always tend to play up to my competition.
Or as I like to say, it's hard to fly like an eagle when you're with turkeys.
Yeah, 100%. 100% the truth.
So
you're going to leave tomorrow night after this is done?
Not sure. Bob, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, bud. I'm not sure. I may stay through Monday. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Depends on how late it goes.
How
long is your drive?
I used to do that all the time. I'd just go ahead and just battle through it, and take the long drive home, but I'm getting too old for that, man. I gotta rest. In between innings, man.
Yeah.
And I'm actually being hosted by Jimmy. Jimmy's taking care of me. Yeah.
Very nice. It's nice when you know people. It's a lot cheaper than renting a hotel.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what I'm getting into. I haven't been to his house yet. But,
oh no, you haven't actually been there yet.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's good. I'm sure he's gone out of his way, actually.
And Tim was able to win that game, making the score 1-1.
I have a lot of respect for Jimmy. Yeah, I don't know. He's a hot button issue to many people in the world, but
it's just a different. I think a lot of people know him from his commentating on streams here and around, and it's just a different style. There's storytelling.
He's
and
a guy.
Then there's talking about the match, and then there's the balance of the in between, and it's just a different era. You get different opinions. You get great stories. You just don't get as many match updates.
Some grapes are sour, some are sweet, but they're still grapes.
Yep.
I like grapes.
Yep.
I like oranges.
Yeah.
But he's got his heart on his sleeve, and I got a lot of respect for him. He's been through. He's grown up in the pool world all his life.
Well, and regardless of who's commentating, if you're not a fan, there's always the mute button. It's.
Yeah.
I may not be some people's cup of tea. He may not be some people's cup of tea. But either way, you have control of your volume, and you're getting a great free stream regardless. So I think you know, it was Geraldine was the complaint department, right, for the refund for the free stream.
I have no idea what the complaint was. You know, a lot of that. You know, lately the chat room has been. Well, actually, I have to apologize this
They've
year
been pretty good.
because I only have one monitor this year. It's been very difficult for me to focus on all of the different aspects of this production. One of them being
a lot that you do.
Score, camera angles, and chat are very difficult. And I have done no posting on Facebook just because I'm short one monitor. I'm so used to doing. I'm doing this whole show on one small square monitor. I think it's a 17-incher.
Yeah. I don't think people realize everything that goes into this. Everything you're lugging in. This isn't a tripod with a phone camera. This is a production, full on, and it's being done for free.
I've said it before.
And from donations.
This is the toughest production I have to do, only because of the tight quarters.
Yeah.
And the constant play, the constant match after match after match. Have we taken a break today, guys? Huh? I mean, I've taken a break because thank God Jimmy was here and Joe Canella was here, and they gave you 2 matches worth of commentary. And Jack Murray was here, and Stacy Allsup here. Ben Sutherland came in. But these matches, this just is relentless.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway.
And
just think how it is for the player too. Wow.
Yeah. But I will tell you, this is my favorite one that you do every year because I always get to come hang out, and it's a great event. It really is, and it's been a pleasure to have you here the years that you've been here. I think you've been coming here 5 or 6 years.
5, 6 years. I think 2013 was my first time here. Yeah, 6 years ago.
6 years.
Sixth, or maybe it's the 7th. I skipped 1 year.
And I think I've known you since the first one, and it's always nice to be able to watch from home, and always
time
nice
flies.
to come and.
Why do you look younger? I look older. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, you can't. You got the same hair. You look the same.
Did Trick win?
No, it's 4-4.
It's 4-4 now.
Yeah. KOVACS and Chad is 1-1. Lutman won this 3rd game, so he's now up 2-1 over Mike Hutchinson. And the score with Daniel and Busch is still 3-0 Busch, but he did just miss and leave Daniel a length of the table shot on the 6th ball.
Tim KOVACS is getting Jim Blakeman involved in this shot. Just wants him to look at the hit.
Yep.
Which is understandable. Matt Munowich says, how are they missing these runouts? Well, I don't know. If it was your 8th match of the day, I think you'd be missing a couple balls here and there.
Yeah.
When you're a dead punch, that's when it happens.
I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'll be right back.
All right, Stacy. Thank you. Rebecca's stealing you away. Good to see you, Rebecca Wagner. Rebecca, the lefty. No, the righty. No, the lefty. Wait. I don't know. Maybe she should decide. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
I'd like to say righty if you're.
A lot of good feedback on the advertising you're doing.
Thank you. Good. Appreciate it. We're gonna run it all weekend. I told you, it's a deal. I cut that ad down to 1.5 minutes. You know, it's I made you a little tighter.
Some people text me and they'll tell me, I think we did a commercial. I'm like, okay, well,
yeah, I did.
So I just said, well, no, on the website, I think we did a commercial. That's been up on our website for a long time. You watch how it's made?
Not yet, no. I really wanted to spend some time doing that, but this event is such a fun time for me. I was like around the clock right before I drove on. Anyway, thanks again for supporting me. I honestly, the first time, without you guys coming up.
We're gonna make it for the next one.
All right. If that's is that your real name, Matt Munowich? I'm gonna look up what's your Fargo rating, Munowich? This whole chat room's gonna start rallying against you. It's really, really easy to be an armchair critic, I tell you, man. I'm not trying to call you out, sir, but you got to give these guys a break, you know. And actually, these are Dock Hill players. These are technically. I don't know about Chad Bernard, but I do know Tim KOVACS has worked really hard to improve his game over the years. He's typically one of the lower level players or B-rated players in Las Vegas. His Fargo rate. I'll look it up right now. He's a 589, which is significantly lower than me. I'm a 625. It's not significantly lower. But let's see what Matt Munowich is. Probably not your real name. Oh, you're a 626. You want to know something? Look up Daniel Busch. Uh-huh. If you look up Daniel Busch, B-U-S-C-H, you'll find that I am a 626. I know you hold your own on a bar box, because so do I. But, you drop down 45 points. 40 points. And you can miss the runouts. Action? I don't know. Matt, are you local? Says you're in studio. No, that's I'm in Studio City. You're in Camarillo, California. Sure, let's hook up and play some pool. Surprised I haven't met you in person. I don't know if you've ever been down to Hard Times Billiards or Sal Butera's room. I don't know where you play out of. There's also Plush Pocket. So it's 3-1, folks. 3-1. We're having fun here at the Rum Runner Lounge, folks. Tim KOVACS is widening the gap. By the way, here's a photo of Keith McCready from the Andy Mercer event, the Rum Runner, 1999. That was probably the 9th annual or the 10th annual Andy Mercer tournament here at the Rum Runner, 1999. Thanks to Andy Hughes for submitting that photo of Keith McCready. The Baltimore Bullet. Matt, you should look into playing a U.S. Open qualifier coming up in April. U.S. Open qualifier takes place April 13th and 14th in Northern California. Let's just wait for these balls to stop rolling and I'll show you the poster. Okay, there you go. U.S. Open qualifying event 2000 added happening next month. I'll be there live streaming. This is a tiered entry event. Tiered entry means that there's no handicap in this event, but the entry fees are handicapped. So look up your Fargo rating. If you're a 626, which you are, Matt Munowich, you only pay $75 to play. The pros pay $200 to play. And anybody 574 and under, they only pay $40 to play. There are some different tiers. But if you're interested in finding out about this tournament, please visit POVPOOL.com. You can actually download this entry form that we have for that event. I'll put the link in the chat room. if you're interested. It's the very last U.S. Open 9-ball entry that is going to be given away to a qualifying event. The very last one. And it takes place 1 week before the U.S. Open, April 13th and 14th. The U.S. Open is in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay, hosted by Matchroom Pool. And first place in that 2,000 added qualifying event will receive a U.S. Open entry and $750 in expense money.
It's not bad.
To play. So, you know, a little different from the other qualifiers we've been seeing, where there's really no prize money being given out, you know? So this one's 2,000
It's like you
added.
got the spot, be happy with it. This one is actually a nice little bonus.
Yeah, nice bonus. And if you come in second, you're still in the money. How you like that?
Yeah.
Or third, fourth. We're going to pay, I think, through 8th place. But anyway, check out our press release on that event. Download the entry form. Get it in quick, because that's only a month away. Send that link to anybody that you feel should play in that tournament that takes place in Fremont, California, at the best pool hall in the U.S., California Billiards.
So you heard about Oscar buying hard times, obviously.
I did. Congratulations to
Yeah.
the Dominguezes.
That's very exciting. I would expect for that to be a very tight run ship. Everything I know about Oscar, I could imagine he's a perfectionist of sorts. Did you see what happened with Trick and Joe?
I did not. I'm so sorry. I'm stuck here. I've got this wall.
Yeah. I stepped outside for a minute.
Yeah.
And I know Trick was up
It's Trick,
4
Trick,
to
Trick,
3.
Trick doesn't look happy, so.
Well, he never really looks happy, so. Never easy to tell. And Tim KOVACS is up 3-1 over Chad Bernard. I think he won. I think Trick won. I will have confirmation for you in a minute. And Butch Barba is up 4-1 over Daniel Joe Baker. Gary Lutman 3-2 over Mike Hutchison.
My friend in Montana, Mike Ayers, he's extended a very nice gesture to me. So I want to let you know that I'll follow up with you this week. Oh my God, Michael R., you're the guy talking to me about DJing. Bro, I think we exchanged phone numbers, and for some reason, my phone did not save your number. Michael R., you need to text me, man. Send me an email. I was talking about you for a couple of years after I met you. Short but sweet. But, bro, I'd love to chat with you again. Send me an email, please. I need your contact info. Michael R., thank you so much for reaching out again. I had his phone number and my phone didn't save it. It was really weird. That ever happened to you?
Yes. Yeah, or you switch phones and only some of the numbers come through, so you think that all of them came through and then they're not all there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alan said that Trick won. I'm guessing the score was 6-3 or 6-4.
Yeah, so, I think the, final paperwork's being done over the next couple of months. Oscar will be running hard times.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That's going to be interesting.
I have never been to that hard times, so.
I think he's a good fit. I think it's a great fit, I mean, he's a pro player in the biz, and,
Yep.
He could be a huge ambassador to the sport. Already is.
And I feel like somebody didn't mark up a game here with Tim and Chad. I thought the score was already 3-2, but I could be crazy. Daniel has a wide open table with 5 balls to try to close the lead Butch has at 4-1. And table 2 is done for the night, so we have 3 tables in action. We also have Mike Hutchison versus Gary Lutman. Gary Lutman is up 3-2. And then on the feature table, we have Tim KOVACS versus Chad Bernard, both Las Vegas locals. The only non-Las Vegas player playing right now is Butch.
Yeah.
Everybody else lives here.
Including Daniel Joe right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, his card says Las Vegas, and I see him around all the time.
Oh, really? Really?
I think he actually gives lessons here.
Yes,
I
yes.
think.
He's an instructor.
Yeah.
I met him giving a lesson to somebody, Mike Leahy.
Okay.
Shout out to Mike Leahy up in San Francisco, by the way.
And it looks like he should convert this. He's got the 8 and the 9 left. He should convert this to a win. He did leave himself kind of funny on the 9 ball. And that's the table, the top of your screen. And you can see Daniel at the table now. He makes it, scores now 4-2 Butch. And the left side of your screen, see Gary Lutman shooting against Mike Hutchison. If he runs this out, it would be 4-2 him.
Right, right.
And you're now seeing Tim
Are you okay?
at the bottom
Do
of
you
your
need anything?
screen. I'm good, thank
Okay,
you.
Okay.
Tim shooting at the bottom of our screen.
You sure? Sure about that? Tim shooting?
He was. He's not now.
Oh, right. My God. It's sleepy time.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Dude, I'm losing it.
Yeah. What time did you leave California?
I left at midnight, or just
Yeah.
after midnight. Got here 4:30.
You're crazy, man. Henry, good to hear from you, sir. Our annual chat. Tim plays a shot. He wanted to come 2 rails around or hit the ball hard enough with spin to come back up for the 4. He's left himself a bank, maybe a safety. We'll see what he decides to do. Daniel is still racking after winning that last game. The players have had a lot of issues with the racks so far this weekend, from what I've been told. Butch Mix Ball has a shot on the 1. We'll see if he can run that out. And we have Chad back at the table. He's definitely got a tester on this 4 ball.
Ghost Town Goblin asking, is 720 Fargo pro level? Yes, that's actually, I think 721 is the pro level.
Yeah?
Is the pro level speed. Did somebody pop up as a 720 that shouldn't be? Or are you a 720? He's going to look in the mirror and go, dude, I'm pro now.
Oh, Pool Hall Banger called and asked if these guys are pros.
Oh, that old thing.
I mean, you're talking about this is Saturday evening B-side matches, so a lot of the pro players have already gone home for the evening because their matches were over hours ago, and it just happened to be that, the Billy Thorpe Donnie Branson match was the same bracket as these guys.
Yes.
They just were their draw was higher up on the board. So, I mean, a draw could have been we were watching them now and these guys an hour ago. So you just never know that's the great thing about this tournament is there's always such a wide variety of matches that you're going to see in a field full of, people that used to come King Kong and Bustamante used to come play in this. Alex has come and played in this, Scott Frost and Jason Shaw, and you never know who's going to turn up every year.
At the Mercer.
Yeah.
Jason did play one year, didn't he?
Yeah. And then Jason Klatz
What was
played,
what was that whole deal with Adam Roberts texted me
Yeah.
and said, "Did I beat Jason Shaw one year?" And I'm like, "I don't think so, man."
No.
Yeah. Was it Adam? Somebody. It was somebody. They said somebody said that I beat Jason.
Which Jason though? Because Jason
Shaw.
here
Yeah.
at the Rum Runner? If it happened, it wasn't when I was here. I don't remember taking witness.
Somebody texted me recently, asked me, "Did I beat Jason Shaw?" I'm trying to remember who it was. Let's see if it's on my.
No disrespect, Matt, just talking about the diversity of the event because it is kind of crazy that you'll see one match where you have two 700 rated players and the next match you have, a 590 and a 630 playing each other.
Yeah,
it's just, it's a menagerie of skill levels. And you end up with upsets sometimes. I mean, we've had some local players come and beat some world beaters here.
That's what I wrote in my article about this event this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the bar, not just this event, but the bar table itself is known as the Great Equalizer. It's where
and a race to six is a short race.
Yeah, where the amateurs have an opportunity to shine.
Yeah, anything can happen. And with an update, we have Tim KOVACS is now 4-2 over Chad Bernard. Mike and Gary still on 3-2. Butch and Daniel still on 4-2. So not a whole lot happening quickly right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's tired. Taking a little bit longer to see to maybe start going cross-eyed a little bit. Balls start getting fuzzy. You start taking an extra look on every shot.
Or not enough looks.
Yeah.
It's easy to get careless when you're tired.
What happened to Sean D?
I don't know. Sean D.
I don't know. I don't know a Sean D. I know Sean Lane's here, but that's not Sean D.
Yeah, Ben Sutherland says that Adam Roberts beat.
Oh.
I'm going to check my texts now.
Yeah,
I checked my messenger and it doesn't.
That sounds familiar. I don't remember you playing him, but I know.
Somebody recently texted me with this question. Oh, no, it was Ben asking me if Adam beat him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that happening. I thought he beat Shane Hill. Maybe it was Jason Shaw.
Yeah. And then I think
in 15.
I know a local player has beat, I think, Shane.
Now I'm looking at his texts. I'm sorry, bro. I missed all your texts on my phone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you're listening to Jimmy Mattia. I know you love him, man.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to tell Jimmy that later tonight.
Mike won that last game, so Hutchison and Letman are now tied 3-3. We got Daniel in the upper left with 4 or 5 balls left to try to close the gap. Ray Skinador has a funny story about Adam Roberts beating Jason Shaw. I know I was there when Ray Skinador beat Alex Pagulayan in Reno. And
Yeah.
everybody his nickname was the Lion Killer for many years. I think people still call him that every once in a while that know the story.
Mm-hmm. The Lion Killer? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. When U.S. Bar Table Championships was still at the Sands in Reno before it switched to the Grand Sierra.
Okay. Yeah.
Tiny little second floor convention center, and it was a very tight knit event. It was very small compared to what it is now, and now it's not even in Reno anymore. It's crazy.
Times are changing.
Huh. You never know if there's going to be action. POV pool after dark.
Yeah, I know. I was asking Michael R. No, let's see. Somebody.
I definitely remember.
Snooker's asking. Snooker's a big Run Out Ryan fan. I'm just
is
learning
that,
this.
Is that DeBerg? Who's Run Out Ryan?
Yeah, Run Out Ryan.
Is that
Run
his,
Out Ryan?
I'm gonna have to remember that next time I
see
him. Call him
yeah.
Run Out Ryan. I
Yeah,
remember
he
when
came up. He came up with that name at his house, the D spot, he calls it, and we streamed to like an audience of 6 people.
Yeah, I remember.
And he's like, it's the Bushman versus Run Out Ryan, and it stuck.
I could imagine. They're great names. I remember the first year that we did POV pool after dark, and it was just a long night here.
That's when you
and,
it started with you getting into action with Melinda Wang.
Yeah,
and it
yeah. And
kind
then
of went weird that
night. We got Jimmy Mattia to use a jump cue.
Yeah, we got Jimmy Mattia.
And
by
then
the
we
way,
auctioned it off
to Mike Air.
And then it came broken to the guy that won it.
Yeah, he's in the chat room right now.
Yeah.
He's in fact, he texted me. That's Mike Air. That's
wow.
Oh my God, why am I spacing on his name? Oh my God. It's like one of my first real friends in the online community for POV4. Turbo Draw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he auctioned it. We auctioned it, and he was the highest bidder. We sent it to him. It broke.
Yep.
And then he said he got some guy to put it back together.
I think that was my jump cue that I never
used.
Was it?
You donated it.
Yeah,
that's right.
I donated it, and
You're great. You're great.
That's funny. Yeah, memories. And that was like, what, 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
Yeah, because we literally did POV Pool After Dark the first time you were here. We were like, we're just going to keep shooting. We're just going to leave the camera on, and we're going to film this match. And then it just carried on until when we left. I left, and you guys were still here, and the sun was up.
I was
I left, and you guys were still going strong, and I watched that on the way home.
There's still a clip of me. I was so wrecked.
Man.
I was so wrecked that I went to rack the balls against Ryan, and I ended up putting my head on the table, and it was nice and cold.
Yep.
And I just couldn't lift my head up for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And just Jimmy's just not even, he's just talking.
Oh,
talking about Florida.
He doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
You could have been dead on the table, and he would have had no idea
talking
to
about
call
Florida,
911.
jump cues, measles balls.
Yeah. That was a fun weekend. That
definitely a cult classic. Yeah. You guys can watch that. It's like 8 hours.
We don't party that hard anymore.
No.
We've gotten older and more tired.
You know, I actually it was around that time that I realized if I did party that hard during the events all this time, I wouldn't last.
Well, because we were both here the next morning.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's hard
start
enough.
the matches
it's
at
hard
11.
Enough
we were
already.
Man. How many of you guys in the chat have actually been here that long to remember the original POV Pool After Dark?
Yeah.
Snooker, yes. She is also OMG WTF. She has a blog. It's amazing if you haven't read her stuff.
Very
She's a fantastic writer.
Yeah, she is.
I love even her stories
good
that
presenter.
even the stories that aren't related to pool.
Yeah.
You know, the time that she attacked the guy with her shoe or you know.
Was that a bad hit or was it a good hit? I think it was a good hit. Tim played a pretty damn good shot there. Unfortunately, he didn't. He got contact with the ball, but no love.
Paul Juarez, welcome to the stream. There's 3 matches going on. We have Gary Lubman up 4-2 over Mike Hutchinson. You got Butch Barba, who was up 4-0 over Daniel Joe Baker. Daniel Joe Baker has now brought that back to 3, so score is 4-3 Butch. And then you have Tim versus Chad, which is 4-3, and has been for a little while.
Butch, he'll slow you down.
Yeah.
He'll slow you down. I love Butch, man. I always like playing Butch. You know, a lot of people say I don't like to play slow players. You know what? I mean, as long as I win, then I don't have to worry about the table time. But
Yeah.
but I actually don't get bothered by slow players. To me, it's a meditation. It's a lesson in patience.
Yeah, I don't really think
For
about
me.
what they're doing at the table. Sometimes I don't even watch them shoot.
Yeah.
I think about every shot as I have to shoot it regardless. So whether I hooked myself or they hooked me,
There you go.
I have to shoot the shot
Yeah.
either way. So I don't think about how it ended up that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I don't watch them and I don't see them get lucky or I don't see them, do something that they didn't plan on doing, it doesn't affect me as much psychologically if I don't watch
Precisely.
it happen.
Precise. That's a good
I
attitude.
know sometimes it'll bother me.
It's good
So
to have.
if I know that I don't have the control to not let it bother me, at that point in time, I just won't look.
Yeah. And then you got guys like McCready, who he took his time shooting, but he was the most entertaining person to watch doing it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Snooker said when we first found out that Mike the Chain had a monstrous head from Melinda's blog. Yeah, that was hilarious. I think that came from a tar match that he played. I don't remember who he played against, but that came from. Well, I mean, he just has a big head in general, but I think a lot more people were exposed to it when he played his tar match because those were just so prolific.
Easy now. I don't want to alienate the great state of Maine.
Oh, he's a fantastic player. He knows
Yeah,
he's
he
got
is.
a big head. It's not a secret. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. By the way, I want to thank Matt Munovich for watching today. Munovich. Maybe I'll bump into you in one of the rooms one of these days. Jason Ware, lovely to see you in our chat room. Stream is still going. We take a licking, but we keep on ticking.
Butch is now on the hill against Daniel, 5-3, and it's Butch's break. Gary Lemon has a tough shot on the 3 with a wide open table to go on the hill. And Tim KOVACS is on the hill.
And just for those who are joining us now, this is the last official match of the day. We're going to keep the cameras rolling. I have I can't guarantee what's going to happen. We don't have anything booked. But, feel free to stay and, maybe we'll see some action tonight.
It's very possible. There's a lot of gamblers in the room.
Yeah, but I've noticed also sometimes these tournament players are very serious. They take off because they know they have to play early in the morning or they want to keep their head in the game. Very responsible.
Where you get a lot of the action
these
is for the
pool
players
players.
that got beat that want
got
to
knocked
keep
out.
playing
Yeah,
and they still have that passion. They know they're not coming back tomorrow. They want a chance to make some of their money back.
Yes.
Or they've been drinking.
Or they're just pool junkies like myself. You know?
Yeah.
I don't normally do this to girls either, but there you go.
It's getting rowdy up in here at the
It's-
Rum Runner. Come on down, 1801 Tropicana Avenue. It's getting rowdy.
The more alcohol you get, but for being it's a great venue for them.
Yeah.
The way they have the tables set up for it to be such a small 4 tables in such a confined area, they do a good job of making sure that the players don't get interfered with. There's good seating all the way around all 4 tables. They got great food.
Yeah, they do.
The
They
staff
do.
is fantastic.
Service impeccable.
They got the best burger in town by far for the
Yes,
price.
it's
amazing.
also your Packer bar if you're a Packer fan.
Yeah, and now every bar in Vegas is a Knights bar. So if you like hockey,
Yeah.
come on down. That's always on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jason, I'm glad. Jason just arrived in Seattle. Blessings to you, and lovely to meet your wife, Michelle. And I wish you safe travels, and just hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. And thanks so much for your support this week. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry you couldn't stay. It would have been fun to, spend some time, hang out, grab some food, break bread, and talk about pool and other things.
Tim has a chance to win this match. If he wins this, he makes it to Sunday.
Good night, Thorek.
Oh, man. Snooker's killing me.
Snooker? Yeah.
He chalks
All
his cue
right.
like he's giving a kid a nookie like Mike the Shane.
Tim KOVACS is
A B
knocking them down here like dominoes.
B player going to Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you know what? He likes to think of himself as a B player because he gets more action that way. Come on.
Well, he's a 590. He's below 600.
He
so.
is. Meanwhile, we got Gary Lutman. It's 4-4.
Yeah, Mike tied it up, and he's got the break.
Mike Hutchison breaking. Well-deserved win from KOVACS, says Paul Juarez.
Butch and Daniel are still playing safe over there on this same rack. Score's still 5-3, Butch.
So join us tomorrow, I think, at 11 o'clock again. We're going to start it'll be the final 16 or final 8. What are we playing down to?
Tonight?
8. No, we're playing to 16.
I think, yeah.
Or is it
16.
16.
Top 8 gets a Calcutta. Top 16 gets money. We play to the final 16.
Top 16. Sunday. This ain't no Sissy Boys Sunday Drive. Where the best of the best meet the best of the worst, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So way to go, Tim KOVACS. Loving all you do for pool over the years here in Las Vegas.
Yep.
And proud father of 3. Darcy's at home taking care of the kids. Want to thank Darcy for letting Tim come out to play.
And Paul says 12 p.m. They start at noon tomorrow. You get to sleep in an extra hour.
Yeah. 12 p.m. Thank you.
With daylight savings time, it doesn't feel like an extra hour, though. Can we get a zoomed in? Do you have the fancy camera this year to zoom in on those 2 tables?
I could zoom it in let me see what I can do. I'll do you guys a solid. I'll see what I can do here. I'll actually get up and do some camera work. How about that?
Go, Daniel.
Settle down. Don't get used to it.
There is that little dollar sign in the chat bar if you want to.
Say that again.
Oh, I was going to tell them about the dollar sign in the chat bar if you want to send Daniel some thank you dollars for putting on the amazing stream for free. He does work for tips. Have a good night, Paul. Enjoy the stream. Daniel's working on getting us a better angle on those final 2 tables. Mike and Gary are fighting to get to the hill, tied at 4-4. Daniel's trying to hold Butch off for 2 more games so he can get to the hill. Just made a good shot, but he doesn't. Looks like he's got a problem with a 4-ball. Even if he makes this 2. Mike's got a shot on the 5, but the 6 is sitting similar to where the 5's sitting on the other table. It looks like the table to your left, Mike, has a possible 6-7 bank combo in the side, or he could be playing a safety. He hit that beautifully. And on the other table, the 4 did go by the 5. Daniel has a chance to make the score 5-4. We'll see what Gary does with the 6 ball. To the 185 of you that are still here, thank you for sticking around for these last 2 matches. Gary gets a good hit on the 6 ball, but leaves Mike a makeable shot. Daniel made his ball, but he's hooked himself on the 7. So we'll see what he decides to do with that. Mike makes the 8, but draws quite a bit farther than he wanted to. He should be able to avoid the scratch on the side to come back down for the 9 ball. Yeah, snooker, I feel like all I see nowadays is black shafts. I've been playing with the same shaft for 9 years. Same shaft, same cue, 9 years. I guess that's old school now. Mike's going to make it to go on the hill against Gary Lutman. And Daniel managed to end up safe on that shot. Looks like Butch is planning on jumping it. Looks like he's got his jump cue out. Yeah. Gary's going to have the break. Try to convert that to a win and make it hill-hill. Mike will have the hill-hill break if it gets to that point. And even if Butch misses this, which he does, he left a little bit of a tester for Daniel, and he's still on the hill to Daniel's 3. So even if he loses this game, he's still got a shot. It will be Daniel's break, though.